Now, this is a goat. When I bought him, he was concrete and he was missing his left horn, which I made a new one out of clay. And I painted it gold. I had to put a nail into it because when I put it on the first time, it wouldn't stick. I used a bit of super glue to stick it. But he was concrete. But I changed him, and he was kind of boring looking. Actually, they were selling for €25, but then I went up there and they sold it off to me for €5. Now, he had no horn at the time, and he was €5. And what do you think he'd worth now with the two horns? And you can't get them painted up because they said the paint, when you paint outside, peeled off them. So I had to do acrylic all over, silver acrylic. But then when I went to give it a second coat of silver acrylic, it came off. The first coat did, so I had to go back over it with silver acrylic. Then I had to go over it. I used Winsor & Newton spray varnish. Then I went over it with silver again. I went over it with varnish all over it again. Then I went over it all in gold. And I went over Winsor & Newton spray varnish again. Then I applied the gold, and I applied the gold, and I went over it again with the varnish. I went over it in the black here, the black oil loom. I put it outside, it's not peeling anyway, and I sprayed it with I went over it again with the varnish. Now, I did the gold again, and I used some type of glue here, kind of a sealant. I plan to do it again, but otherwise he came out rather okay. You can see, looks fine from the back. Right around to the side, looks pretty okay, doesn't he? And the front, now I like him. That's what he looked like. He needs more black, as you can see on him. You're missing it there, but I think like you can't get them like the colour. You can't get them in black and gold. So I suppose it was custom done by me. And about 13 inches long by about well, see what height it is. It's about just under 14, about 13 3/4 of an inch high up to the top of its horns. Now, like I said, that's a clay horn. When I glued on the first time, it came off, so I had to make a hole down into it. I used a screwdriver to make a hole down, and I put the galvanize, what they call it, punch rivet. When you put a punch rivet in, the bar comes out. Like you can use a nail or something. I used it for the fattest one I could find. I put into it, and I super glued it into the hornwork. Then I super glued it into it down into the other horn to give it. Now I went over it with kind of a super glue, but I went over it with another type of glue. You fill in these gaps, and I might paint this to look more like that. But this looks more like a horn. This one, well, it doesn't really look like a horn, but it was all like concrete anyway. So, and the gold came out magnificent. And I wanted to tip a few parts up in black again. I'll have to spray it all over again, and then I'll go over different parts with a bit of the small paintbrush. But I don't know if he's the only one like it in the world. He could be. Of course, he had a nice look. I can't think of the type of an old. It's old people from thousands of years ago, and they always had black and gold. I can't remember when they were from, but yeah, it had a lovely look to it. And everything, I didn't know how much gold to put on it and how much not to put on it. So, if you see, magnificent. Got gold underneath the chin. I don't know. I think he came out like amazing. I should have done it years ago. I think I might get some plant pots and do the same thing. Black and gold. I really like the... I like red gates, but I think black and gold look great on a statue. The gold I use was picture frame paint. It's quite dear. It's tiny. The silver painted the same company said the silver. They wanted the new gold I used on. I did do it in old gold. I went over it in new gold. Yeah, just say keep it away from water and stuff. So I sealed it with like Winder Newton spray varnish. But the can is small and it's €18. I went in one time, it was €34, but it didn't sell, so they brought the price down. So, I don't know. Headshot. Let's see, can I zoom in for you? I painted his eyes whitish. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. That reminds me of like a garden gnome or something. Anyway, that's what he looks like. Very beautiful. There's a few bits there I want to go over again. But anyway, it wouldn't stick at all, only for the Winder Newton. And like the foot there is just shown a bit of wear, but I didn't really go over that part much, so I'll be going over it again anyway. A few more coats I think we should seal it completely. But there you go. I have a plan for it. I'm going to put it onto a water pipe and do the top in black. I'm going to get 2 bricks and paint them gold and have him sitting on top of it. I think it'll look good. Came out excellent, I think. Thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll try to get when it's finished. I'll bring them out again to look, see how you look when it's finished fully.